Hello guys and welcome back in my YouTube channel. So this video talks about breakfast and which is for me the best breakfast. I say for me because most of people don't used to do breakfast. They do intermittent fasting because they are okay working out empty stomach and they want to promote better autophagy. I want breakfast because the more I eat in the morning, the less I'm going to eat in the evening. So I prefer to eat more now when I wake up because then I will have more energy for resistance training, for walking under the sun and other stuff. And so I want to start with some food in my stomach. So how we should begin talking about breakfast with hydration. So hydrating your body is the best way to start. Of course, not only water, and if you can, not plastic water, but purified water if you can, or glass bottle water, plus this one, and plus bicarbonate. Okay, why this stuff? Because when you wake up, you want to hydrate really your cells. 8 to 10 hours of dehydration is not a problem. Our body can overcome this, of course. We can adapt it to everything. We can retain more liquid and more water. But why lemon and why bicarbonate? Because lemon has some minerals inside that transform the water that you put in your glass more alkaline, because normally lemon is acid, but with minerals it becomes alkaline. That's the reason why it's very important to have the right assets of minerals in your body. So magnesium, potassium, calcium, very important in this case. Also sodium is important to get rid of hydrogen ions, so decreasing acidosis and alkalizing the body. What about bicarbonate? In Italy, we are a little bit strange because everything that can boost the health and every actually easy tasks that you can do to boost your health is bullshit, is bro science and stuff like that. Actually, lemon and bicarbonate in the morning is very useful, not only for decrease the acidic load in your body, but also for inflammation actually, because they saw that giving bicarbonate can increase the firing of vagus nerve, especially in the celiac ganglion, and so increasing the release of anti-inflammatory cytokines thanks to acetylcholine. So increasing the vagus nerve driving increased acetylcholine from your lymphoid cells and decrease levels of inflammation. So it's very important to use bicarbonate. Some people say alkaline diet to get rid of cancer. Yes, of course, if you have cancer can help you, but you don't get rid of cancer by drinking lemon and bicarbonate. But you can of course prevent if you do this and you eat well, you sleep well, you work out, you meditate, you have a good stress management, but not alone. So people think that doing this in the morning you are safe from every kind of pathologies, but it's not like this. But bicarbonate actually is very useful, and if we need to do sport to decrease our acidic load, because we have to remember that a lot of lactic acid and of course hydrogen ions decrease the synthesis of creatine, decrease the twitch of our fibers, so actin and myosin doesn't contract so much if you have a lot of hydrogen ions, decrease the use of glucose, because the more glucose the more lactic acid, and of course if you have a lot of lactic acid you don't want to use glucose anymore. So pay attention to this. Bicarbonate is amazing. Don't use it before a meal or after a meal, because it's not very good to decreasing your acidic load, especially if you want to digest. I know some people use it for digest, but it's not for bicarbonate. It's because bicarbonate just swollen inside your stomach and increase your acid secretion. So bicarbonate, lemon, water, like the first thing in the morning, it's amazing stuff. Then protein. Actually sometimes I used to use these only egg whites, but I think this is bullshit. If you want to eat, if you have to eat something in the morning, it's very important the source of this stuff. So eggs, okay? actually free range eggs, pure eggs. Go to a farmer that you have near your home, near your country, and buy that from him, okay? It's very important, this kind of stuff. And eat the red, eat the yolk. Why? Because only the white, of course, everybody knows right now, have avidin. Avidin is a protein that block biotin, vitamin B7, okay? Vitamin B7 is very important for your hair, for your nervous system, for your skin, and for other kind of steps of metabolism. If you eat the eggs with only white, also if you cook the eggs will have some avidin, so some avidin will remain. But if you eat the yolk too, there is antiavidin that actually is a protein that counteracts the bad effect of avidin. So eat yolk, but not only for avidin, antiavidin, this stuff, because yolk from free range chicken has choline, has good omega-3 fatty acids, okay, good cholesterol. You need it for your hormone synthesis and stuff like that. And also it's more satiating. So when you eat fat and a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat on breakfast, you will feel full in a good way, okay? Is satiating, but satiating in a good way, not like you eat 1,000 calories of junk food that you feel that you are a little bit hungry, but that's only desire of junk food, the shitty food, because the increase of endorphins, but you say, okay, yeah, I can eat, but I also cannot eat. I don't feel very clever and smart and good because, of course, my gut is not healthy because I gave him some shit to eat. And eggs, okay, and I used to eat this. So I used long time ago to eat oats. But right now, I discovered this. This is the food of gods, okay, I think. Dates, measured dates particularly. Why I prefer dates? So why I prefer dates rather than oats? Because it's only sugar, glucose and fructose and fibers. So nothing more natural than this kind of stuff. And we know that every kind of wheat, of course, oats is different, a little bit different. The gluten of oats is different, but every kind of wheat has gluten, glutenin, albumin, and this protein can trigger inflammation. And most of the times also oats has some trace elements of gluten, and we don't want it. We don't want it because our diet must be perfect. We have to assimilate and absorb everything. So it's very important in this case to eat something more clean possible. Not only if you are healthy, of course sometimes you can eat oats, but if you have an autoimmune disease, if you have gut pathologies, for example, if you have malabsorption, I know that most of times if you have, for example, SIBO, or if you have dysbiosis, fruit, maybe it's not so good because a lot of fibers can worsen it, but I mean, if you can eat these, do bicarbonate lemon in the morning, eggs and dates or other fruits, man, you can kick asses. Thank you guys for being here with me, and see you in the next chapter. Bye bye.